Both windows. I put go to the windows. Happy Valentine's Day!
Is it working yet? See, it's
I guess. Really, with the teeth? Hi everyone, happy Valentine's Day from Real Excel Epilepsy Portal, Elena and Virginia. We are here to wish you all the best in upcoming years, a lot of health and a lot of love and support.
That's why we have hearts
from your
over
family.
here.
And we have lots of hearts everywhere, okay?
And we have a heart in here too. I don't know if she has one. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
Yeah, I have one. Wait, I got something special for you. Here.
You gotta keep clicking it.
Where's the I love you? Happy Valentine's, guys! Okay, so today Virginia is gonna do jokes.
Because I'm hilarious.
Hilarious. She's hilarious. And so what's your first joke of the day? For
Zena
Valentine's Day. Zena is a joke.
Zena is so thirsty to see another dog that she's trying to play with this dog. And it's fake.
No, this one is for mommy. This is gift from mama. And
So she's lying down on the
oh, she's lying down on the.
She's sad. She's sad. Look
Give
at
this
her.
to Virginia and lots of love. Love y'all. We love y'all. Oh.
She lied down on it. You know why she lied down on it? Because she wants to feel some love.
And we apologize for starting out late. The reason being is Virginia has not been very well. She's been sleeping a lot. She's been seizing all day, a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And yesterday she slept all day, and then she was not feeling again this morning when she woke up. So that's the reason why we're starting late. So we apologize for that. At the same time, we're happy to be here, and hoping that at least some of you have, are not too busy and can still come and join us. Okay?
Yeah.
So you go ahead, honey. Come on, tell a joke.
Here's a joke.
Tell a joke.
Zena, are you trying to smack the dust out of my bed or something? She's wagging her tail.
All right. So I
want to wait for the jokes until people come.
Okay. So we're gonna wait for the jokes. What I would like to ask Virginia is to talk about Virginia. What are you doing? Why are you on the phone while we're here?
Because I'm trying to get people. I'm good.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask Virginia a question, and this is something that probably affects a lot of you and a lot of us in general. How or can you tell everybody what dating for you means? Dating and having epilepsy, and how you feel around Valentine's Day.
Thank you for creating an opening line for my next joke. I am forever alone in the way that I choose to be forever alone because I'm dating myself. That's how I feel on Valentine's Day. It's just another day. What?
Okay, so now the joke is over. Why don't you? Now that the joke is over.
It's a little bit serious. There's
Good.
always a little bit of truth in every joke.
Okay, so now why don't you tell the truth that's been on for many years, and your attempts to date people who didn't appreciate you for who you are, and who
Because
didn't recognize your value, because of most of because of the stigma, and
and also because they don't have a lot of going on.
then you're better off in the first place. Okay, but okay, can you stop, because if
I'm
you already
trying to share it.
no, you don't share it anymore. Now you're on. You're live. Virginia. Virginia, I'm asking you. I asked you a question. I'm still waiting for you to answer it.
Yes.
Okay, so it seems like I'm gonna be the only one entertaining today. I would like to say that whether you have
entertaining?
seizures or not,
You still have to listen to your mom, even if you don't want to listen.
whether you have seizures or not, everyone in the world, no matter of their even physical traits,
Today, epilepsy day?
their financial the financial traits, they still are looking for the significant other, and it's not easy to find someone that will click with you, if I could use that word. Someone who is gonna be right for you. Okay, it is a difficult, very difficult task. And when you want to pick someone for your life, and if you're not already there, you must know first what kind of person you would like for your partner. Okay, what kind of husband, what kind of wife, what kind of boyfriend you would like to have, and you write down. I would like someone who is good to me. All right, this is probably one of the number ones, especially for someone who has health problems, and you need to have someone who is very compassionate, someone who will love you, because you go through a lot of struggles, and they will have to go through those struggles with you. So having someone who is gonna love you, who's gonna accept you for who you are, and who's gonna be very compassionate, is, I would believe, is a must.
That's why I'm in a relationship with myself.
That sounds so not. Okay?
It sounds so not. No.
No, does not sound well. Okay? So Virginia chooses to be single because of her past experiences, and which I'm gonna ask you actually to share some of your experiences.
I'm done sharing the live stream so I can answer your questions.
Because the experiences were, bad for her. They were even bad for me, because, I really wanted her to find somebody, that she would connect with, that, she would, go through, this period of, being happy, going out. But, there was no one that she has found so far that's been suitable. And so, this is, one of the things that unfortunately happen, and they happen to actually everyone. So it's not just because you have epilepsy, things happen to you. Things happen to everyone. So Virginia, why don't you tell us about your past experiences? I want you to be a G-rated.
Yes.
Experience, okay? Because you're talking to an audience.
And also this is
all you're talking to an audience with all.
And also, this is
All
YouTube. They
ages.
won't
Okay.
accept anything but G-rated.
Okay, so go ahead, honey.
Okay, so what's your question?
Just tell people, like, some of your experiences that, you were trying to go out, and I remember when Virginia was saying that, this guy, I was talking to him and everything was good until the point when I told him that I have epilepsy, and then he kind of just bailed out, and, like, not really directly, but.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, as you know, there are plenty of dating apps and dating websites, whatever. And so I tried a number of them to see if if I would have any luck. And I have since deleted them, all of them, because they're just useless.
Finally. I'm saying that
I
because
deleted them like a couple months ago.
because I've been telling Virginia that if someone is putting themselves out on a dating app, women put their profiles for different reasons, and men put their profiles for different reasons. So you need to understand that it gives an open. It's an open source for someone to try to take advantage of other people. And I told her that she's just wasting her time, that she should find someone to go out with who is in her own group. So obviously, if you stay home all the time, it's difficult to meet somebody.
Yeah.
And so you make it, like I was saying, make it when you're feeling better, make it an effort to go out whenever you can, and in a group that you're in a group of your friends, and you get to know somebody, and then you go out. It's a different story. Okay, when you're meeting somebody who's a complete strangers online, it's not a safe place to be doing that. But to continue, I'm sorry. No? Go ahead.
Okay, so essentially you're talking about this guy that I was talking to on one of the dating apps. That's why I brought up the dating apps. I was talking to this guy, and everything seemed great, and he seemed to want the same things that I wanted. And then I told him that we need to make a date for another day other than the day that he suggested, because I think it was the same day he wanted to have his date, the same day that we were talking, and I told him that it had to be like the next day because I was recovering from a seizure. And he says, "Oh, you have epilepsy?" And he says, "Oh, a seizure?" I said, "Yeah, I have epilepsy." And then he kind of went quiet for like a few minutes, and then he said, after a few minutes, he says, "Tomorrow's not gonna work for me. Maybe we'll try another day. I gotta go now. I'll talk to you tomorrow." And then when tomorrow came, he didn't talk to me at all. Like, I even messaged him and he didn't reply at all. And turns out that he had blocked me. Another guy that I actually went out with, I was dating for a couple weeks, and then I was called into the EMU at that time, and I had actually been there for, I think, a day or two, and then he came to visit me once, I think, because I had made him a cake or something for his birthday. And then he ate some of the cake, and because he's not so much of a open-minded person about veganism, he kind of said, "Oh, this is not a good cake because it's not a real cake, because
What's a real cake?"
apparently it's got dairy and eggs in it." Anyway,
By the way, that was
I made
an
him
raw almond cake. It was
and it was really good.
It was packed with all natural ingredients and was raw, and it was packed with minerals and vitamins. And
my
it's
roommate,
just so sad.
my roommate in the EMU, she tried the cake and she said it was delicious.
Okay.
She wasn't vegan. She and her sister was there too. She tried the cake too.
Okay.
So whatever. Anyway,
yeah, I remember.
So my point is, later that day after he left, he texted me. He says, "Oh, keep in mind, he had never seen me have a seizure ever, ever." And so he texted me later after he left, and he says, "Oh, this is not gonna work because you having epilepsy is too much for me." And he didn't even say sorry. He just said, "Oh, it's too much for me."
I remember that because I was kind of in the middle of it because
I was crying about it.
Well, more than anything, it's because you were you went out and and I met him and like I understood. I didn't think he was a guy for you, honey. Like I I didn't think he was a guy for you, but then you have to make your own choices and obviously
realize my own things sometime.
Yeah, and that's how life works, and unfortunately, but sometimes people can uh, listen to other people's suggestions and at least to have a look at what they're saying, to have a consideration for that, and then look from that point of view at the person, okay, and see, oh, are they right? No, are they not? Okay. So long story short, always, try to pick someone for yourself, who is gonna love you, who is gonna be good to you. If you are about to go with someone and they're already trying, to skip the date, if they're late, if they don't answer your texts, if they're not there for you from the beginning, do not continue. You could continue as friendship, as an acquaintance, but don't continue. To be thinking that there is something better down the road, because there will never be. If that person is not good to you from the beginning, then they're not going to be good to you later.
I have another point. So I have had a couple of potential, or a few, I guess, who have wanted to date me, and they have been accepting of my seizures, or at least they said they were. But this was with these few people who, one, were long distance. Two, I saw them more as a friend, and also when I talked about what I wanted in my future, they would always say something like, "Oh, I don't know," like how they like, because I asked them if they knew what they wanted in their future, if they had any like ideas in the past. And they would say something like, "I don't know," like, "Oh, I'm just doing this right now," whatever, something like that. And the thing is, you can't forget what you want. You can't forget what qualities you want in a person to be your life partner just because somebody is accepting of your seizures. You can't just be like, "Okay, I'll be with this person because they're accepting of my seizures." You still have to think about what you want, because if you're just with a person because they're accepting of your seizures, you're not going to be happy.
Okay.
You have to keep it in mind. There's always going to be somebody Do something
So
for everybody.
I wanted, because it's Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day it's not only about, finding a wife or husband. Valentine's Day is about sharing time and sharing your feelings
And
with.
sharing candy.
Chocolate's not healthy for you, especially if you have seizures. So I strongly
I mean, what if it's natural
advise
chocolate?
against it.
What if it's
You can,
natural?
you can have like a carob, but
If it's vegan
that's
chocolate.
healthier. Have a vegan chocolate. It's a lot better for you. Not too much sugar. So remember, chocolate is always a stimulant. Okay, it's a stimulant. So it's just like drinking coffee. Right? If you're having a lot of chocolate, it's like, you will probably have, 2 or 3 cups of coffee or more. So you have to be careful and just take it easy. So going back to the point where I was going, where I was talking about just expressing your love on that day to people who are close to you, to people who deserve that love, and to show that love. Like I have 2 daughters. This one, the other one
Yes,
is not.
3.
The other one is not around, and then I have a little beautiful
Don't excite her too much.
puppy Princess Zena. So, and I also miss my mom a lot, and I wanted to say something to everyone who
Don't cry.
to everyone who wants to express their love on Valentine's Day, to say, Mama, I love you.
Don't cry. Don't cry. I see.
Don't say it, because that's when you want me well, that's when I want to cry, when you say don't cry.
Yeah, but your lips quiver, and I feel like you have like this face when I know you're gonna cry.
So I want to say on that day, I love you, Mama. And, for all of you to say, I love you to those people who are closest to your hearts, and, to your friends. Let them know that you care about them, that you love them, that you love their presence every day in your life. Okay, sorry. There you go.
I love you. This is so she doesn't cry. I love you. To say I love you. The bottom of my heart. You feel better?
Yeah, I feel bad. I love you, Mama. Okay, and we love all of you guys. Love ya. Okay, we love ya. Am I getting this? Okay, it's on now. It's in the middle.
You had it in the middle and then you moved it.
Okay, there's a little bit of a delay. That's why. So, anyways, we have one person watching, but
Yeah, that's us.
is it us?
Yeah, that's us.
That's sad. Okay. So, yeah. Again, to all of those whom I have invited to come and watch the live stream, I told that we're gonna try for 2 o'clock, and apparently we were unable to do that. So sorry about that. And so did you tweet as well? So that
Yes,
you
I
can go
tweeted.
on the Facebook and Twitter. So if anybody is there, for them to come back. Okay. So show love to your mom, to your father, to your friends. If there's someone that you're working with, that they're a special person in your life, show them love as well. Let them know that you care. Let them know that they're happy that you're in their life. Okay, it's very important to express yourself and to express your feelings, and to let people know that you really care, right? and that they make your life better because they're in it.
Yeah,
Like Virginia. Virginia makes my life better because she's in my life, and it makes me the happiest mama in the whole of the universes. All of the universes combined. No, a little too much. Okay? Okay. So put that away. And now we're gonna do a joke because even though people are not here, they're gonna watch the rerun.
The rerun. This is not a 80s sitcom.
Whatever. This is Real Excel Epilepsy Portal sitcom. Go ahead.
Do you know what sitcom means?
I don't care. Can you
Situation comedy.
Okay. So make the comedy happen. Come on. We're waiting for you.
I don't have my mirror.
Mirror?
Yeah.
For
Zena came here. She wanted
Okay,
to
say hi to
see.
everybody. Say hi.
She wanted to see what
Happy
is going
Valentines,
on.
everyone. Say happy Valentines.
And she hit her head while she was
Say
walking.
happy-
She hit her head on the desk.
Happy Valentines. See?
Baby.
You give a special care to your pets because you let them
She's
know
not
that
a
you
pet,
love them.
Mommy. She's my baby. She's my
You let
baby.
them know that you love them. And this day is all about love. So I understand that you guys are probably somewhere having dinner with your family. And yeah, that's why you're not
Just
here,
like
but-
toddlers, don't let your babies lick any electrical things. Because they go zzz, and you don't like that.
Okay, so I'll give us one joke, at least one joke.
Knock knock.
Not.
Mama, you stole my line.
That's your line? Knock knock. I'm too tired. I'm not getting up to the door.
Okay, knock knock.
No, I'm too tired.
Just say who's there. Knock knock.
Who dares to disturb me?
Okay, I'll come back later.
Okay, knock again then. Fine.
Okay, this time you say knock knock.
Why? I don't know how to
Just
tell
say
the
knock
joke.
knock.
Knock knock knock.
Nobody's home.
That is not funny.
Get it? It is funny because it says somebody's knocking, and if you say nobody's home, obviously somebody's home.
Oh,
If there's somebody home to say
Right.
nobody's home. Jeez.
okay.
You don't get the joke.
Next one. Next. You were supposed to have a whole repertoire prepared for today.
Knock knock.
With the knock knock joke.
Just listen. Knock knock. Knock knock.
I'm listening. Is there?
Zena is
Zena's eating the teddy bear. Oh my god.
No, she was licking it.
Licked it.
She was licking it. She wasn't eating it, she was licking it.
Okay. Zena's cute.
And she thought it was another dog. She thought it needed some bath.
We love all of you guys.
She thought the fake dog needed a bath.
We miss you being here, but we understand that you have things to do. So we'd love to see you for our next live stream with the Q&A. We're not finished yet, but we're going to do some jokes. Hopefully Virginia is going to come up with the ones that are funny, because she has funny jokes. She's just not...
Yeah, you want to know what a joke is right now? She's trying to eat my books.
Okay. Okay,
That's not how you ingest knowledge.
Okay, honey. So, any other jokes?
Well, you know, I don't have an ugly person here to give them a mirror and tell them a joke.
Okay.
Because everybody's beautiful.
Yeah. No. It's stop doing that. This is the second time. I want you to stop and then don't do that again. Thank you. Okay, it's inappropriate. Okay, so
I just want to.
okay, so Virginia, Virginia has those inappropriate moments.
It's not appropriate.
Yes,
I
it
just
is.
want to lick your face. I want to taste the makeup on your face.
Very disturbing.
That's not.
No, I don't let her because it's so disturbing. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, actually I was gonna tell you that there is a video that points to Virginia's very interesting behavior, and you can go and watch that video, and it's about.
Oh wow, we finally got somebody who's watching. Hi, who are you?
Hi, happy Valentines! Happy to see you.
Who's watching?
Are
Say hi.
we not supposed to know who's watching?
It doesn't. I don't think it says. But no, go up. I want to see if they say hello. Say hello.
Can you
I want to know who's watching.
hello, please, and happy Valentine's Day?
Don't leave us. We need you. Save me.
That's okay. We're not that needy. We are very happy that someone came to watch us and just say hi.
Finally.
And if you have, if you can type, let us know what you've done for your Valentine's Day, how much fun it was for you, what you did, and if you're going to be doing anything later. We have not been going to any dinners. Virginia has not been feeling very well. So,
and also we're on a diet.
That is an understatement. So yeah. Virginia
so we're not supposed to be going to dinners because we're on a diet.
Yes. So we're preparing all foods at home, and it's all healthy food, and we're doing this transformation challenge. Actually, this is to show love for our bodies to ourselves, because you also have to practice self-love. You have to love yourself. You love other people, you have to love yourself at the same time, because this is how you can give love to somebody.
Hello.
Oh, hi Case, how you doing? Nice seeing you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for watching us. We need you.
How did you do anything yet for Valentine's? Did you go out? Did you have any fun?
Or are you forever alone like me?
No, you're not forever alone. It may feel like forever. Sometimes people,
it's a meme.
Oh,
it's from the internet.
Oh, you did the same thing Virginia did all day.
You had a great Valentine's Day then, just like me.
Yeah, sleep is good because sleep means.
I prefer sleep over going out.
Yeah. So I mean, sleep is good. How are you feeling today?
Tired.
She's probably gonna. That's probably what hers is gonna be. Tired. Okay, so Virginia's gonna sing for you. Okay, sing.
I need accompaniment.
Okay. Again, this is the third time.
We finally have somebody watching. They need to see.
Oh, okay. We're gonna sing a song for you. Virginia's gonna start.
To say I love you. I just come to say I'm a chicken
for you. I just come to say
I love you.
Yeah, no, they have a really bad
Especially because
cold.
this, especially because this is very.
And why does it say I just called wink wink?
I just called ring ring.
Oh, it sounds
It's
like wink
calling.
wink. Oh, okay, okay.
It's not a pig.
Oh,
It
she
doesn't go
liked
oink
it. She
oink.
liked it. Oh, and we want to say we
Love ya!
love ya. You come to the mountain of my heart. Yeah, for next Valentine's, I'd like to come up with a song just for epilepsy. And so I will actually write one and I will make a song for epilepsy for Valentine's. So I wanted to do that.
Doesn't she
I
look
have
like
not
Ariel? She looks like
I have not
Ariel.
been able to do this year because my voice has been bad for the past couple of
Because we've
months.
been sick.
I've been very sick with my lungs had pneumonia, and it just doesn't seem to want to leave me. It's just that obstruction in my lungs is just sitting there. But
I think
anyways,
it's the building. It's
this
the
is not
building.
what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about happy stuff. So okay,
Happy, 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 happy.
I would like to ask Virginia a question.
What's the question?
Virginia, what would be your perfect date if you were to let's say have a perfect date, no matter where you live, no matter money, like everything off. Just think about what would be your perfect date. Not think about what it would cost, or if you're far away from somebody, who would it be with? Maybe if you already know, and what would you want to do that day? Like,
Okay. So my perfect date would ideally be someone who is vegan, but that is like that would be like perfect. But they don't have to be vegan. But they have to be accepting of the fact that I'm vegan and not try to shove bacon in my face all the time when they're eating. So, um, they have to be respectful of my being vegan. That's one thing. Number two, they have to care about their body because I'm caring about my body. I'm trying to make my body fit so that I can be healthier and so that my body will be able to fight colds and have a stronger immune system for when the viruses come my way. Um, that way I don't have the flu all the time or like issues. This person has to be determined. They have to have a plan in life. They have to be they have to like want something like how I want. They want, yes, hi Tara.
I didn't want to interrupt her.
So
Hi,
the
Tara.
person that I want has to have ambition. They have to not be working. I don't want to be with someone who is working at a job that they don't like.
Or working all the time because you don't want someone
or
like
working
them
all the
because they're
time.
not gonna have time for you, right?
Exactly. If a person is with me, like I want to be able to spend time with them. So ideally, I would like to date somebody who is a YouTuber because a YouTuber, we have the same job. We understand that there is a lot of work in it, and we can also spend lots of time with each other. And it wouldn't be an issue. And
Or someone who has their own online business, doesn't not necessarily YouTuber, because there's a lot of people who are actually making money online right now, and they have flexible hours as well. She's busy.
eating my papers. Anyway,
Yeah.
and somebody
Hey,
who
mommy. What do I have on top of my
the
head?
thing
Something white.
nothing.
Okay.
Anyway, there is the situation, the fact that I have epilepsy, the person has to be able to have time for me. Because, sadly, you may not live forever. So I need somebody
I
who's...
may not.
I don't know. So I need somebody who's going to be around to be able to, take care of me when I have tonic-clonic seizures. Because, with my smaller seizures, they're okay. They're not too much work. I can handle them on myself. But the tonic-clonic seizures, if I fall somewhere, I'm gonna need somebody who can help me out with that. And I mentioned they have to care about their health. They have to understand what I do. They can't make fun of what I do, because if I'm a YouTuber, I can't have somebody that's telling me, "Oh, you're a YouTuber? Oh, so when are you getting a real job?" Because I've actually had that happen. I went on a date, and the date was going well, and then the person says, "Oh, so what do you do?" The person says, "What do you do?" And I said, "Oh, I'm a YouTuber, and I have 3 channels." And they said, "Oh, so are you going to school, or do you have a real job?" And
that's like asking a musician, "Do you have a real job?" He's a musician. That's the job.
Yeah.
He's a creator,
Yeah, I need somebody who understands.
Zina, stop sniffing. This is so distracting.
And like I said, somebody with a plan. Because if they know what they want in the future, even if they already got what they want, essentially, then if they know what they want, even after they got what they wanted, they should always be striving. There is nothing white in your hair.
Maybe it's
you're imagining things. Okay. So yeah, essentially, they have to know what they want. If they already got what they want, if they already accomplished their initial goal, then they have to be always willing to improve themselves. Because I want that for myself. I want to be always improving myself. I want to always accomplish new goals. So people should be like that.
Yeah. So Tara says, "My husband is studying to be a pastor, and he is so sweet. He is my caregiver and totally understands my pain and helps me with doctor appointments and supports my YouTube." So this is what I was telling Virginia. When you're looking for someone to be with you, you have to choose someone, like your husband there, who loves you, someone who is compassionate,
someone who supports you in what you do.
Someone who supports you in what you do. So, a lot of love, a lot of compassion, a lot of understanding. Because, I understand Virginia, but I'm her mom. So, I understand a lot of things that go on. And, I'd want her to find someone who's gonna love her and support her and understand her. So, when you're seeking for someone like that, it has to be a person who comes from the point of love and compassion. That's what you have to be looking for. Your first thing would not be physical traits.
Yeah.
For sure. You're not looking for physical traits. You're looking for someone who will be there for you. Because, you right now you're very young. You're in your 20s. But, 40 years later, people look quite different, okay?
Yeah.
So, if somebody...
Unless they're like vampires or something.
So if someone is looking for physical traits, they're always gonna be chasing physical traits. And you don't want someone like that.
That has to be last on the list.
Yeah, you don't want someone like that with you. You want somebody who's gonna love you unconditionally.
The physical look, if they look great, then that's just a major plus.
Yeah. So Tara, tell us what you guys did today, or do you have some? You probably had your like Valentine's
Special dinner or something for
dinner,
Valentine's.
something like that, or you're doing something special later. I forgot to bring the roses. I had roses. Okay. Yeah.
And
So and then again, you don't necessarily want somebody who, like I was saying, somebody who works all the time, because if somebody's working all the time, they will not be there for you. You want someone who is gonna look for balance. Okay, yeah, yes, you have to make a living. Yes, you want to make the best living possible, living that you can, and at the same time you want to spend time with that person that you're with. The moment you stop spending time together, that's the moment when you stop losing the touch of each other's being. You start losing the connection, and you don't want that. You want to keep the connection going, so you go out and do something fun together that's fun for both of you. And if you have a lot of things in common, that's even so much better. Like I said, Virginia, she's vegan. She needs a vegan guy.
or at least vegetarian.
You can, well, vegetarian is still a lot of dairy, so that would probably.
Well, not necessarily, because vegetarian could be that they eat eggs and then everything else is pretty much vegan.
Okay. So yeah, so I have gone through this, in the past, and I've had experiences where, I was in a relationship with someone who was a meat eater, and I went back, and from being a vegetarian for a long time, I went back to eating meat because that person convinced me, and it was, by the way, Virginia's father. Anyways, um, so and yeah, I was very unhappy. So and it took me years again to go back. Like it takes time.
It took me to get you to go back.
Yeah, it actually took Virginia. So
And she's
the
just vegetarian.
the years that I've been making my kids eat vegetables rubbed off, at least on Virginia, like 100%, because I'm very happy she's vegan. And then she
somewhat
helped
on my sister.
and then somewhat on, yes, on my other daughter, and then we're working on the best way things we can do. Okay.
So Tara said he is currently at work at the hospital. I bought him a Valentine's heart plate sushi for dinner.
Oh, nice.
It lets me off the hook. I don't have to cook tonight, but he is my best friend. We will watch an episode of Forensic Files, and then he will do school. I'll be here supporting him.
Oh, that's so awesome. That's good.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I love sushi. So being vegan is
vegan sushi.
Vegan sushi, yes. Except for I think the seaweed. Oh, that's still vegan.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's basically grass of the sea.
Yeah. So yeah, vegan sushi. So we've been actually going to a sushi buffet where we had vegan sushi.
Yeah, they have so many options.
They have lots of options. So I mean, for those who like sushi.
And mostly I get like they have like the avocado hand rolls, where it's essentially just avocado inside seaweed. And I really like that, or avocado sushi.
Yeah.
I pretty much love anything with avocado.
Well, they put avocado. Some of them are like avocado. They put cucumber and carrots. And I don't know how from Valentine's we went to food.
Sushi.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the grass of the sea. Yes.
Essentially, why not?
Yeah.
It's just they're thicker blades of grass.
Yeah.
Or wider, I guess.
Yeah. So, do you guys have any questions?
Doesn't she look like Ariel? She looks like Ariel.
Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of different colors of the hair. Last year actually for the epilepsy awareness, I had purple hair, and I'm gonna be wearing it
I think we
again
bought
next
this for
month.
Halloween.
No, I bought all these hair things for. Oh yeah, it was at Halloween time, but I bought it with the idea of getting the purple hair for the epilepsy.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, for the
because
epilepsy
it's because of
awareness.
me, because I suggested that we get it. Yes. See,
Yeah.
she agrees with me that you look like Ariel.
Okay.
Now you have to sing. Go. Ah, ah, ah.
Okay, don't go higher because you're not
Yeah, I'm not a good singer.
you're not a soprano.
And I'm sick. So.
Yeah, and I am not. I am gonna be singing a song. I'm gonna make a couple of songs for epilepsy awareness, and
That's next month. Wow.
I have been unable to do any singing at all because of my
You've been
voice.
sick.
So see, she likes it.
She likes my voice.
Yeah, yeah.
She thinks
So
I'm a
oh,
good singer.
did we sing the thing for her? We didn't. Okay, Ariel. We have
Ariel.
Ariel. What's it?
Sarah.
Ariel, because she's so pretty. I don't know why I said Ariel. Okay, go ahead.
To say I love you.
Go to sing. Upon my heart. Yeah, no, not gonna strain the voice, but yeah, that's a cute.
See, this is what I imagine that Zena sings like if she could speak.
If she could sing, yeah, that would be like
Because
Zena.
she's a little puppy. But because this is a doggy that sings. If she could sing, then this would be her.
Yeah, I got this for Virginia because I know, like, she sometimes she feels so bad.
And it also helped you out when you were feeling sad too. So
yeah, or sometimes just to cheer her up. Today, when we started this,
before we started
this, I sang because she was like so gloomy and so unhappy.
Because somebody was stressing about the live streaming.
We couldn't get Virginia's laptop going. Mine is crashing too often. So hers crashed one time, and and we couldn't get the settings for some reason done properly. I don't know why, but yeah, that's what happened. So, anyways, and did we show you this?
Yeah.
We love ya.
You're still high.
No, that's because this is too low.
Well, we have to see this.
Okay, so that's fine. This is good. All right. So do you have?
So that's fine.
Virginia was supposed to do performance today. Not the knock jokes. No.
I said knock.
Virginia she wants to do. She has her own comedy channel, and she wants to entertain people for a living. So I told her just to tell like a couple of funny jokes that she could bring with her book where she has all her jokes written down that she wrote herself. A lot of those jokes were my ideas as well.
Not a lot of them.
Okay, some of them. They were very funny.
Like 3.
Yeah.
Out of like 100 that I
Okay, so 30.
No, 3 out of 100. That's 3%.
And by the way, that's what love is, okay? You guys still have a conversation. You still don't agree. You still, have a difference of opinion, and you still love each other so much because I would do everything and anything for Virginia. And you okay?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just hiding my face.
Why?
I'm trying to show this one.
Why are you showing your
This
tattoo?
face. So that this face will be on the thing. That this one can talk.
Yeah, I was talking. I was saying how much I love you.
Hello, I love you.
Okay, so
I love you.
you know, this is Valentine's is not just about expressing your love, you know, to your significant other. It's also about expressing love to your friends and family. And yes, I know I already said that, and I'm repeating it for those who haven't heard it. And you know, to show my mom and
Don't cry.
to show my
I
mom
see your
that I
nose
love
flaring
her
up. Don't
because
cry.
I remember her, you know, on those special days when it's like International Women's Day. I know she was always so proud of that day, and she will always forever be in my heart. And you know, we give your mom love. If you can, you know, wash a couple of sets of dishes for her, and you know, wash the floors once.
Wash the whole sink
A little more often than once a month, then that would be really good.
Listen, I did it a couple of days ago,
That'd
and
be
then
really
yesterday, and I did it like before. Like I pretty much do it like most of the days of the week.
Yes, Virginia had an epiphany. I think 3 days ago she had a bad dream, and she decided that she's gonna just help me a little more. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, don't go there. I don't want you to start feeling bad and having and leaving us for episodes. Okay? But
I
yeah,
had a couple ones already.
when
Mm.
as I was talking, why didn't you tell me?
Somehow you were talking about one subject, and then you were talking about another subject.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I missed that. So she's been okay today. That's only like two so far that you know about. And then like 2 days ago, she was seizing all day. So I let her sleep all day yesterday. And yeah, she's just.
You didn't let me sleep all day.
Yeah, I did. You were sleeping all day. You woke up at like 7 in the evening yesterday. Yeah. Okay. So do you have something funny that you could share?
My face.
Okay, show me funny face without the tongue.
My face
Funny
is
face.
funny. Why don't you see my face? It's funny.
Okay.
It's
No, it's funny. Okay.
But now I have a rainbow unibrow.
That's why I said funny. What is that really ugly Muppet that has a unibrow? The
All
one
of
that
them?
the really there's one of the
Grouch or something?
I think that one.
Or a garbage man or something?
I don't know.
I think
One
it's
of
Grouch.
them is like really yeah. They're actually all ugly.
I think it's Grouch.
Yeah, probably.
The green one who lives in a trash can.
Okay, so tell us a couple of your jokes from your book.
I don't know why you're pointing over here. My book is not here. My
Okay.
book is over there where
So
Zena
okay,
was
from
eating.
your memory, because I know if you're telling jokes, you remember at least a couple of them, don't you?
That's why I have to write them down because I forget them. My memory with my jokes is like a goldfish. I forget it in 3 seconds. So that's why I have to write them down as soon as you just fart.
No, if that was supposed to be a joke, that's not funny at all.
You just went. You just went.
That's because I'm in pain. My back is actually hurting right now.
You could just say it was Zena.
No, and I'm trying to hold my cough back so I'm not coughing. Yep. That's why I have a little bit of water. So, okay, come on, let's have a joke.
See, Mama, you have to have a little bit more sense of humor because I laugh at my own little stupid jokes. You have to have a good sense of humor.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys, since Virginia doesn't want to be the entertainer today.
I am the
I am
entertainer because I'm
now.
always
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say
You
that
always talk.
I'm gonna say that if I wanted the perfect date and where
If you gave a crap.
place time and money is no object, I would want to
Tony
have
Robbins. Yeah. Yeah. I knew it, girl. I knew it.
Tony Robbins would be good. Yeah.
Oh no, he's too tall for you, man. He's like 7 feet tall.
So
He could.
and my neck would be.
I don't think he's strong enough to lift you up.
Okay,
To, like, kiss
there
you or
is
something.
no. We're not talking about like physical traits of anybody or anybody in particular, but the perfect date itself. Okay, so you pick a place where you want to go. Obviously, you want to go and eat some food.
Of course, I want to eat.
Okay,
I
so
always want to eat. Okay, not always, but I do want to.
Apparently, my choice of food, even though I am vegan now, it still would be sushi. Okay, I love sushi. I love.
She likes a California roll. That's why she's vegetarian only and not full vegan.
So, anyways, yes, most of the time I'm vegan. I'm actually more vegan than you are because I'm eating more raw stuff than you do.
No, that is not more vegan. Okay, that just means
if I eat more of it.
No,
there's the comedy. There's the comedy.
It does not work that way.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I've been wanting to go like on a helicopter ride for like the longest time, and then I was gonna do it on my birthday. On my birthday, but if I wanted a date and make it something different, and again, like money is not object or whatever. So either helicopter ride or go and have a night out in Dubai or something.
Mama, you helicopter ride? You don't even like roller coasters.
I hate roller coasters. I do love how they have
helicopter is
virtual reality helicopter rides when it shows when you're like
because that's you're still on the ground.
Just the most amazing experience, like, to me. Okay, everybody has their own thing that they love. I love the sea, so being somewhere on the beach would also be a great time. So either the beach or helicopter ride or I don't know, sipping margaritas on the beach. No, actually, swimming in the sea would be better. Yeah. Anyhow, what are you doing? You gonna be rating stuff?
Okay, here you go.
See?
Swim in it. I didn't say sing. I said swim.
But I'm Ariel. I have to sing.
You're not singing it the right way.
I don't have to sing like Ariel. I'm my own Ariel.
Earlier?
I'm my own Ariel.
Yes, the beach is beautiful.
Yeah, she makes fun of me, but that's okay. I forgive her.
You make fun of me too.
No, I make fun with you. There's a difference.
It doesn't feel like you're making fun with me. Okay, fine. I forgive you.
To say how much I care, I just called to say I love you.
Okay, bye, Tara. Love you. Have lots of fun.
Bye, Tara. Lots of love. Have fun. Enjoy the day. And keep in touch, okay? We love you. We love you lots.
She's already done.
Okay. Excuse me.
Where did you go?
Okay, can we... Is there a pause?
No, there's no pause. Why are you pausing? Why you gotta pause? You don't need to pause.
Because I need to clean up.
So go like this and go.
So sorry guys, but I've been really sick for such a long time. And
You took your lipstick.
for such a long time, and it's just been accumulating there on my chest. All right, so who's left? Who's still here?
I'm here. See, it
Yeah,
says
we're still
two
here.
watching. It says two watching. 1, 2. Yes, I know it doesn't work that way.
Okay, so this is Virginia knows when her jokes are not funny is if I give her two ha-has. So it's ha-ha. Okay? The sarcastic ha-ha. Alright? And then when it's funny, I'll laugh. There are a lot of funny jokes that she tells that I will laugh and it's hard to breathe, but a lot of them are just ha-has. So now you're mocking me.
No, I'm trying. That's how you laugh.
Now you're mocking me. That's because that's my
not
bronchitis. I can't help that.
I'm showing you how you laugh.
Okay, and this is, guys, I don't eat any dairy, so this is just because I've been sick. So yeah, unfortunately.
So
Anyhow.
if you weren't sick, then you would eat dairy.
Okay, love.
That's why you got sick.
Express your love to everyone that you know and care about. To your friends, your friends at school, to your colleagues at work.
I love you, Zena.
Even on Facebook, people that you talk to, and people that you connect with, even if it is once in a while or on a daily basis. If you really care about them, and connect. And
I love you.
Say happy Valentines to them today.
Happy Valentines today.
And there's only one watching.
That's us.
Okay, so we're done. Is this 1 hour?
Yes, it's 1 hour.
Yeah, so this is good because nobody else is here.
Okay, love you guys. Bye bye.
All right, so everybody left, and I understand because it's 7 o'clock here in Toronto.
Wait, somebody else said something. Why you have to go down? Put it down.
Oh yeah, no, we understand, Tara. That you have to go.
Bethany, she already said goodbye. You already said that.
Oh, okay. Who's here?
Bethany just said a message.
Oh,
hi Bethany.
Hi Bethany. How are you?
We have a lovely Valentine's Day. How's your Valentine's Day?
What fun things did you do? Oh wait, we have something for you.
Continue.
To say
Hi, Amanda. Just
We love you guys. Love ya.
Bethany spent the day with her mom.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. I was just talking about.
It's for people watching. Who else came in here?
I was just talking about that. To express your love to your mom and your family and your friends. Hi.
Hi, whoever else came.
Hi, Amanda.
And then there's somebody else.
How was your Valentine's? What did you do for your Valentine's?
You play.
Okay.
You said you wanted me to be the entertainment. Oh, there's 5 people watching. Who's that 5 people?
Oh, you worked. Okay. Did you say happy Valentine's to a lot of people at work? I hope you did. and that I sent it back to you, and at least made you feel that that
I
people
didn't
care
have
about
it.
you.
I didn't have any caffeine. That's just me.
No,
I'm in a good mood. That's what it is.
she has her own, one of those old machines that you with the cord. You have to do the cord
You
for
mean
them.
Jack in the Box?
Yeah, she has her own cord. So what? It's a good thing. It's a good thing, honey. If you don't need an external force to make you happy, and you're happy just because you are. See, you smile. I'm happy.
Your brother is exactly the same. How old is your brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, not ma'am.
Oh, okay.
You need to get better glasses.
Yeah, I do. No arguments there. Okay, Bethany says, wish I had as much energy as you. My brother is exactly the same.
Yeah, and I asked her how old her brother.
How old is your brother?
I just got ring to say.
Yeah, Virginia still has the same energy that she used to have when she was a teen. When she used to start, actually, she would go in front of the camera on YouTube and she would sing and dance.
Yeah,
All
but
kind of stuff.
I had a friend to do stuff. But I was kind of boring back then.
Boring. You had like
Yeah.
80. You had like
I would
100,000 views on one of your
No,
songs.
I had 70,000.
Okay,
Okay,
70,000.
and that was just a cover of the song, and that's back when YouTube was new. And also, I was boring because I would talk for like half an hour before I would even start singing.
Yeah.
I would talk about boring stuff about my day, about my boring teenage drama.
So Bethany's brother is 17. That's cool. This is a great time.
Thank you, Amanda, for supporting our channel. I just calling to say I love you. I just calling to say.
I think only one of us should sing. Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, me.
Come on. If you guys get dizzy, we'll stop bouncing.
Wait, give me this.
Yeah. This one?
No, it's doggy. No, wrong doggy.
That one is too heavy for me.
Fine.
She's talking about a real dog. No,
I'll deal with
she's
this
a big
one.
dog. She's a big dog.
Just coming to say I love you. I just coming to say I'm a jacket. Just coming to say I love you. I just come. Oh, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, hi, Shelly.
Hello, Shelly.
Shelly says, hi, ladies. I check in on your channel often, and I have watched many of your videos. I just was recently diagnosed, and I am 52 and still trying to wrap my head around this disorder just happening. Yeah, we're sorry to hear that, and it's difficult at any age. It's very difficult at any age, and we're happy to have you with us. What type of seizures do you have? I hope to do a channel like yours one day. Oh yes, Bethany, that would be great. I am quite shy, so it would be a challenge. I love the Valentines dog so much. Yeah.
Hang on.
You know what, guys? I was gonna suggest that, I don't know if that's still possible. Sometimes you can have people who call you. I don't know if we could set it up in the future once we get a little bit more savvy with using this program that I just got to do like hangouts, and then you could one of you could be in a separate window of the camera, so we could actually talk to you in hangouts and have it live, or record it, whichever, do a Q&A, live or recorded.
Okay,
But yes,
listen,
go
listen,
ahead.
listen, listen.
You know, if you have any suggestions as well, if you wanted to, if you have any questions or suggestions of what you would like the videos to be about, just let us know.
Okay,
And
also let me
Shelly,
say something.
you're gonna learn about. Can you
Wait.
read?
Let me say something. Okay, Bethany, you say you're quite shy and that it would be a challenge. But the thing is, I'm quite shy too. But like, when I'm making my videos, even when I'm making my comedy videos, when I'm making them by myself, they're not as entertaining as when they're with my mom because she brings out the hilarious that is hiding inside of me when I'm alone. So there you go.
Yeah, she bugs me every day. That she's the sunshine.
Bugs you? Excuse me. I bring sunshine to your life.
Yes, that's the way you bring the sunshine because you bug me and you make me laugh.
Yes.
So yeah, she makes me very happy. We have learned to love each other so much and
Even though we
to
annoy
understand each other more, and you know, so it's been wonderful. This is a very special day for us, and uh, we wanted to share it with you. We wanted to share it with you know, those of you who come and watch our channel, especially because you know you come here for support, and this is what you know what the channel is all about. It's to give you support, and I wanted to say thank you so much. And I'm just gonna learn what Shelly said. I have learned a lot, and I just want to say keep it up. And I think Virginia is very lucky to have a mom like you. Your voice on the videos is so soothing and nurturing.
I think I'm very lucky to have a mom like her
Thank you so
too.
much. And that's the purpose as well. You know, people need to feel that they love. Bethany says hi, Shelly. And
I think Shelly already.
oh, did she? Okay. And then Bethany says, "Oh yes, I like a call to speak to each other, and that would be cool. Yes, we can do that. I have to find out how to set that up because today it took so long. You know, I know that it's really late in UK right now, and it took me very long to set this up. And Virginia was actually passed out completely until after 2. So like I got her out of bed way after 2, and I tried to do it before,
It was like
but I
just before
couldn't.
3.
I couldn't. Yeah. So I mean, you know, she was passed out and she just sleeps it off. I know I can't push it because then she's just gonna have a seizure, and that will be the end of our live stream. So that's not good. Anyhow, so Bethany says, sometimes I help to have someone.
Sometimes it helps.
It helps to have someone on the video with you.
That's when I was talking about how you being my hilarious and stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, like because this way you know how to must be an epilepsy thing. Yes, of course.
Same here. I got woken up around 12. Usually I can sleep longer. Must be an epilepsy thing. Yeah, I find that, like, if I don't sleep 12 hours, then I'm really cranky and I'm very moody. And that's on the times when it's not that time. And just imagine when it's that time. Crazy. It gets crazy. And okay, so also if I don't get enough sleep, then I have like so many seizures throughout the day, and I only seem to feel rested when I sleep like 12 hours.
Yes, so we've already established that, and I was telling Virginia because you know, she does certain things, and then I see them, and then I communicate to her, and I say, Virginia, you actually need 12 hours of good sleep for you to feel rested and for you to have, you know, lesser seizures. Because if she doesn't sleep her 12 hours, she does have seizures, and the less she sleeps, the worse it is. So if you guys go out like somewhere the next day, she's done that in the past where she would stay up really late and then she would make some plans with friends.
Because I would be too excited.
And then she would be going out with friends, and then she would have not enough sleep. I was really stressing out and like wow, high stress.
And she would text me like every 5 seconds.
If she's okay, like I know she would be going with friends.
And if I didn't answer every 5 seconds, then she would text or call my friends.
Yeah, the worst time she could pick to go out. Like if she has for 12 hours, I'm a little more at ease. You know? a
little more at ease.
Yeah, so I'm a little more at ease.
So you only call and text every 5 minutes instead of every 5
No, don't exaggerate. I do call her though. Really, like somebody's calling me to talk
collections.
About. No, this
not collections.
This is someone calling to talk about nothing important to me. So yeah. So
we don't answer those people.
Yeah, when she goes out, like I want her to be going out, and I always say, you know, if you're going out and you're going to be spending time with friends, either have your friends because of her tonic-clonic and because it's winter. I don't want her to be outside by herself. All right, so I'll either drop her off to where she's going, or I will have, I will ask her for her friends to come and pick her up. And, this way I know someone is with her and someone is going to be watching over her to make sure that she's okay.
I'm 24 and my mom worries. She says mom's worried. That's their job. She's 21 and her mom's so worried and she rarely goes out with her friends herself.
Yeah.
I'm 24 and she's worrying about me. I think I'm going to be like 100 and she's still going to be worrying about me.
Of course I will.
You're gonna call from the grave. You're gonna be haunting me. Why haven't you answered my calls? Why didn't you answer your phone? Pick up your phone. You can't hold a phone.
by then they're gonna have those phones where you don't need a phone. You just go. Just go with gestures.
Or just go like this. You're gonna be like this. Hello.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to go like this.
No, you're gonna have it in your body, implanted in your body. The antenna's gonna be your thumb, and this is gonna be the speaker. Hello.
If you have it in your body, you're not gonna need to be holding like that because not even now people are holding it like that. So even now people are not holding it like that.
Okay. Hello. It's gonna be a hologram. Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you? Why don't you show me what you're doing today? Oh, we're gonna exercise. Okay, let's do exercise together.
Like you squish their hologram.
And the person goes, ow!
Bethany says, I think still being in the diagnosis stage with my condition, it makes it hard to explain to people. I think up to now I have 15 conditions. Oh, my best friend, she's just like that. She has so many. And I think at some point she was taking 15 different medications at the same time.
Yeah.
For so many different things.
That is one of the problems is so many problems. Because when people start taking the medication for one thing, then they start taking the medication for another. A lot of issues start up from there because
you're taking so many medications.
All the medications, they all have side effects. And all of them have bad side effects. You know, people don't realize how bad it is. And, you know...
And the anti-epileptic drugs, one of the side effects of all of them is seizures.
Exactly. So, like, I mean, I'm at the point where I think, you know, I don't know if Virginia is actually getting any better by taking her medication. She still has seizures. She has, you know, all kinds of seizures. When she was younger, she started... I think
I just had the tonic-clonic seizures.
No, you didn't just have that. Because from that day where you couldn't speak and stuff, That was a different type of seizure.
That was after my seizure, though. I was conscious. I was completely conscious.
Okay.
I could like say stuff, but it came out as gibberish.
But you had another seizure when you were in the pool with your friends. That was still
I was
before
blacked
Virginia.
out.
That was still before. See, that's another seizure.
Apparently,
When you can't see.
Ooh, I want to tell them.
When you can't see stuff, right? You didn't see people that were
I didn't see
mocking
anyone.
you.
There were people mocking me.
When you were in the pool, they were making fun of you, because you told me, oh, I was in the pool and they were making fun of me, and I was starting feeling bad, and then I forgot, and then I completely blacked out. But then I don't know how you got out of the pool, and then your friends
apparently I walked out of the pool. I walked myself from the ladder.
That's a different seizure. That's not a tonic-clonic, because you did not have a tonic-clonic.
So I was completely blacked out when I was in the pool. I was swimming with my friends in the summer, and apparently I managed to change myself out of my bathing suit into my regular clothes and walk. I think it was like a 10-minute walk to my friend's house and sit down, and it was still like another maybe a half an hour before I was actually conscious, and like I wasn't responding. They said that I wasn't responding, and because they were nurses, they're like my friend's mom and her aunt. They were nurses, so they knew what was going on. Like they could see it, so they called for an ambulance, and I was completely blacked out this whole time until like the ambulance like was right at the door, and I was like, wasn't I just in the pool? And so essentially I teleported myself from the pool to my friend's house. And at least that's what it felt like. But yeah, I mean, I've had such a big headache after that.
Yeah, that was also one of her first. So that was the
second one that I'm aware of.
Yeah. So I just want to go and read. Go up a little bit.
How about I do this?
Oopsie. Okay. So Shelly says, I teach pre-K, so that's what I was smiling at because I was reading this. We're busy all day celebrating with parties and Valentine cards, and boy, were those kids revved up. And I'm so exhausted. So yeah, I remember the time where being in school and having fun and with the cards. So that's
and like. You remember when I was little, how excited I got for Valentine's Day?
Oh my God! And we were getting all these. And she had to have a card for everyone in the class. So I had to spend quite some money for those cards. Okay, so
I made the cards though.
Can you read Bethany's?
Okay, the Bethany said, bloody hell. The problem is them not checking people when they are born properly. Gosh, I know how can you have meds that make you have seizures that are supposed to prevent them. And then she says, oh, that sounds cool, Shelly, but very exhausting by the sound of it. Of course, it sounds very exhausting. Sophie says hi. Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
She says, hi, I made it, but I'm going to shampoo my hair. Then my mom and I may watch the Olympics. Oh, yeah, the Olympics. Too bad we don't have TV.
No,
really. We can watch it on YouTube.
No, we don't watch TV.
We can watch it on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi. Oh yeah, I said that. So she says she's gonna shampoo her hair, and then her mom and her may watch the Olympics. Where was that? Olympics. Hope all is well. And then Bethany says, hi Sophie, this sounds like a plan. I hope you're good too.
Okay, now I'm reading Shelly's. They tell me I'm not even supposed to take a bath by myself, and it's true if you have tonic-clonic, because you didn't specify what kind of seizures you have. So let alone swim.
I caught you.
But I guess as long as you are with other people, is it okay? No, it's not. I'm going to tell you something that even though Virginia's always loved water and she only started having her seizures at 13,
Sit.
stop.
Zena, sit down.
And she
put
started
your butt
having
down.
her seizures at 13.
Butt down. Good
Excuse
girl.
me.
And stop chewing on my.
So
on my favorite.
I have taught her to swim way before that, and she loves water just like I do. All of us in the family love water, and she loves swimming. So we've been going swimming, and the first people don't know, but the more I know about it, it is extremely difficult to hold the person when they're in a tonic-clonic seizure, never mind when they're in the water, because they could ingest, well, once the water gets in the lungs, it's very
Not ingest,
dangerous.
they could inhale water.
Yes. So, I would say, if you want to play it safe, because everybody makes their own choices, water is a no-no. If you're going maybe with two people who are very close to you all the time and they know how seizures start, because they also have to know how seizures start up. Now, sometimes and many times
they have to know what it looks like at the beginning.
Many times I caught Virginia and made sure that she's safe, because I caught the seizure when she started at her just before her tonic was starting up. So if you want to be safe, baths are complete no-no, because you have a drain and a water that doesn't that doesn't go.
It doesn't drain in a split second.
Even if Virginia is like really, really in a bad shape the day, that she's having a lot of seizures, then I tell her, if you absolutely have to take a bath, then, shower, then you have to do it sitting down and wave the shower head. And you always have to have someone there with you, because if you have tonic-clonic seizures or atonic,
because you can drown.
Which are just as bad, yes.
You can drown in 2 inches of water.
Yes, somebody can drown in, a couple of inches, even in 1 inch of water, because the moment they inhale it and it goes in the lungs, that could be it. If you are, my opinion, no. Like I'm scared every time. Like Virginia has chosen to go, to swimming pools, and I'm always, if she like absolutely like has to and wants to, I'm with her all the time, and I don't let her swim anywhere where I can't be on the ground with my feet, and I'm short. So she's practically always, if she is there, she's in the shallow, quite shallow, and not very shallow, but yeah, somewhere where I'll be able to hold her up above the water, and where there are people
above the water,
and where there are people who can actually, if you call for help, who can assist you. So if you must go and you want to make it fun,
lifeguards for sure.
Make sure there's lifeguards. Yeah,
they have to be good lifeguards, not ones that are just on their phones and not paying attention. They have to be lifeguards that are actually paying attention.
Yeah, no, don't ever go by yourself. Have people with you who know what you have, and how to deal with your seizures and recognize an oncoming seizure. So if you have good friends and people that you trust, have them watch a few videos, and let them know, this is how my seizure starts. It may not be you in the video, it could be somebody else's video, but then you let them know, this is how my seizures start. So catch me before I fall, or catch me before before things go and get more serious.
Apparently in high school, my seizures used to start with me like turning my head to the right, and it would always be to the right for some weird reason. I don't know if I still do that or not.
Right or left? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's.
Do I still turn my head though?
In a tonic, yeah. In a tonic-clonic, yeah. I still turn my head. That's a tonic state, okay? So and then the clonic is when the person starts shaking. So Sophie says, hi again. Future note, I am sorry I've missed you. Okay.
If
I have
she
tonic. Okay, so Shelly says I have tonic-clonic, but not as severe, and I've only had 3 since. Yes.
I
So
mean, my
if
first
you,
seizures weren't that severe. I mean,
it really doesn't matter, Shelly. If you're going in the water, if you're going anywhere where you could, potentially get hurt, tonic-clonic. I don't let Virginia go out in a sub-zero. I tell her,
yeah, because extremes.
when the person has sorry when the person has a tonic-clonic seizure, the temperature drops in a matter of seconds, very, very low, okay? To the point where if they don't recuperate their heat very fast, they could actually die from hypothermia. So I know this is probably not the day to talk about, but since you're asking questions and this is an epilepsy channel, we're gonna answer that question. Yeah. So going in extreme cold and in extreme heat is just as bad. All right. Have someone with you. If you have to go somewhere and it's an absolute must, have someone with you. Have someone with you all the time. Yeah, that's what I told Virginia. You
No,
want to go
Mama,
out.
that is
You want to
my
go out with
tissue
your
thing.
friends. Ask them to pick you up, and then you go with your friends. My friend, she is so lovely, but when we
Get to meet up, which can be rare because she's so busy with work. She panics in case I have a seizure. Me and my mom try to explain to her not to worry, but she does. I think being in the process of diagnosis and working out what's wrong, it's hard to explain.
you missed that, just realizing I can't be long-winded on here.
And that's not like me. I've only had 3 tonic-clonic seizures since November, and now I'm on meds. Keppra. Oh, be careful with Keppra. Be
Do
careful
you
about your mood because, I mean, with me, something called Keppra rage that happens because of Keppra. It increases, I guess, testosterone levels or something, and I guess that's why you get like really moody and like touchy about everything. Because I know I've had so many issues with Keppra. I'm still on it, still having issues. I'm taking antidepressants because of it.
Yeah. So with Capra, Virginia had to start taking antidepressants because I actually called for it because
I was starting to get violent.
Virginia started getting very violent and it was dangerous. It was danger to both of us, and she had to get something, to calm her down. Capra so far has, I would say, probably worked the best so far from all the things, but she still has
I mean, I
seizures.
was allergic to most of them, so.
She has all of this, like all of the seizures that I can think of, all kinds. So, I mean, with all these different medications, I think she developed all of these different seizures because she only had tonic-clonic from what we know when she started out, and then she developed all different kinds. There was time when she was on the land and she had atonic seizures all the time. She would just drop on the floor. We called it noodle legs, But yeah, if you're on Capra and you're okay, because I mean there are people who have different, who tolerate it differently. But everybody, are you okay? You just, oh, yes, for the seizure. Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay, just have some water. So her absence seizures, she likes to have water after that, so I know it's an absence. Without tonic, because the tonic she doesn't want to drink or eat afterwards. But yeah.
Yeah, because I feel nauseous. Because
Yeah.
it feels like I've been on a roller coaster.
Yeah. So, Bethany was saying about she does, I think, being in the
I read
process
that
of
already.
diagnosis and working out what's wrong with it's hard to explain. Yeah, but my thinking process gets tired too. Okay. So
You
I
think?
sometimes, yeah. So how are you feeling? You feeling okay?
I have a headache.
Did you want to lay
Hurts
down?
here.
Talk to me. If you want to lay down, we can finish the session.
Yeah, I feel really tired.
Yeah.
I've been only up for like 5 hours, and I'm tired again.
What do you mean for 5 hours?
I woke up at like, okay, so it's not even 5 hours yet. I woke up at like 2:55 or something.
Yeah.
So in 10 minutes, it'll be 5 hours.
Yeah. So you are saying that Virginia's seizures increased in frequency and kinds as time went on? Yes. And if her epilepsy was diagnosed at age 13,
It was
yes.
diagnosed. No. It was diagnosed at 14 because they had no
Okay.
idea what was going on.
Oh, we
either.
had no idea what was going on with her. So we had different tests and stuff done, and then she already had the seizures, and then later on, knowing what the seizures were, we recognized that she and established that she had them at 15. I have had a headache today. Yeah.
It not necessarily. I mean, everybody can be different in terms of seizures. By the way, Shelly's asking if that's true for most people, that is it likely to worsen over time. But it's not, for some people it can get better. Sometimes people have pubescent seizures where they just have seizures while they're a teenager, and once they're done with puberty, they stop having seizures.
Yeah, but Shelly's 52.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I'm saying that there are people who start having seizures when they become wiser, and
that's her new expression. I don't like her to call me old.
when they become wiser, some people start having seizures because that's the body. I don't want to be mean, but that's the body. That's the point of the body where the point of time where the body is like starting to kind of not work. Let's say if it was like a 19-year-old.
Yeah, I hear what you're trying to say. The seizures affect anyone at any age.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm saying
So-
the different kinds when they start. I'm saying like,
Yeah.
there's different.
So to answer
reasons.
your question, okay, when some people, we have heard that some people's condition got better.
Yeah, some people's
Not
condition
very
gets better.
many, not very many. From what I know, not very many. But there have been people who actually stopped having seizures
For no
over
reason
time.
at all.
Over time. Oh, they were taking medication.
No, it was some
There
people.
was one person who said they completely stopped taking medication, which I don't recommend. They completely stopped taking medication and they completely stopped having seizures. So that could have been at that point, they were having seizures because they were taking the medication. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's not.
But that, like
doesn't
what
mean
I'm
it's
saying,
true for everybody though.
it's not true for everybody. And if you ever getting off of your medication, you have to, know how. It always has to be gradual. Working your way in
very
and
small.
gradually working your way out.
Very
And-
small amounts.
And you said you only had 3 seizures in the past year?
No. Since she was because she was recently diagnosed.
Oh, okay. So again, the most important part about seizures, the problem is that they don't know what the cause. Okay, in many cases where there is no physical evidence, which would be a lot of people have tumors, and they have a physical cause of the seizures, then they have this other cause which doctors don't know. They can't find. They don't know what's wrong with the person. Okay.
So they usually do like EEGs and
They
stuff
do EEGs and they
to see where
they try different types of meds for these people. And if this one doesn't work, like Virginia, we went through so many. And and every doctor, every neurologist that we went to promised me and her to find the cause, because I was there, I wanted to have answers, and they don't have the answers. They don't have all the answers because they don't know you. The In our previous video I was talking about that you should educate yourself about your type of seizure, about what you have. You should be seeking the root of the problem, okay? Because the root of the problem could be that you have certain condition that's causing your seizure.
Or maybe you're allergic to something that is causing
You
seizures.
could be allergic. You could be, you could be not having, like Virginia was really low on vitamin D.
Or you could be dehydrated or not eating enough.
You could be always dehydrated if you always, like, let's say drinking, if you're a coffee drinker, your body will be very highly dehydrated.
Coffee is not good for epileptics.
There are so many different causes of seizures. The seizures will happen when, either where the brain is haywiring, which is, they're all firing at once. That's the tonic-clonic. Or there's not enough connection going through. That's the atonic, where the person just collapses because there's no connections going to the muscles, okay? And Virginia had those as well. That was when she was on the lantern. So yeah.
Bethany's asking, when I got diagnosed, did my seizures show up on the EEG pretty quickly, or did I have to have a few? I had to have a few.
No, it showed up on the first one, Virginia. On the first one, I was there with you. Yes. Yes.
Okay, but I remember
they wanted to do it again because you were supposed to be asleep and you didn't sleep a lot, so they kind of want to have a little more data on it. But it showed up right away, and yes, her seizures were.
They showed up initially. They showed up on the right side when the seizures started. But then after a few years, it was couple years ago or something, when I finally got into the epilepsy monitoring unit, they said that they were generalized seizures, so the electrical impulses were happening all over my brain.
No, what they said was that you were not a candidate for a surgery because, and I remember very well what she said, that your activity was traveling from one part of the brain to another and affecting different parts of your brain. Just taking a stroll, okay?
Having a little stroll.
Well, yeah, we can. We all here. We understand what we're talking about. So I hope you don't mind the joke. Who's calling me? Oh, really? I'm busy. Okay, how do I turn that off? Okay. So, yeah.
Anyway, what I remember though is I was in the hospital for like a month when I was in high school, in my first year of high school, because they were trying to figure out what was going on.
Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna take this, guys. Sorry, 1 second, okay? Hola, te voy a llamar de vuelta, okay? Porque estoy ocupada. Bye. Sorry, guys. That's Spanish, by the way. Español.
Clearly. Bethany says, really, mine are having trouble showing up because typical. I either have no seizures during the rest or my non-epileptic ones. I have had quite a few over the years.
But you didn't read the one before that?
I did.
You got diagnosed
Yes, I did read that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Goldfish moment?
Yeah. No, I have my moments when... you know what? I think I need a little bit of hydration. That's why. You need to hydrate your brain. Your brain needs fat and the brain needs water. Okay? needs the electrolytes. So you guys have to make sure that you're hydrating.
That's why Debbie doesn't have seizures.
That you have a food intake in regular intervals so your body doesn't go into shock because it hasn't had food for a long time.
Shelly's asking what does it mean non-epileptic ones? Non-epileptic seizures.
They call them non-epileptic when they don't see it on EEG. That's what they call non-epileptic. But that doesn't mean they're not there. People still have the seizures and they look differently and they look like fake seizures. Okay, so sometimes we use that. What was the expression that they used last time when a friend?
That they're not real seizures?
Yeah, that they're not real seizures. They're still seizures and they're very real for the person who's having them. So
yeah.
Non-epileptic means that there is no brain activity detected or unusual brain activity detected. Okay, that does not mean it's not there. It just means they couldn't detect it.
Yeah.
So they probably don't have
the equipment. That's
they don't have
good enough.
From if it was me, I would say they don't have the equipment, good enough equipment for them to be able to detect seizures, all the seizures yet. Well, what's going on? You have to go to the washroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Bethany said, I'm kind of tempted when I next have an EEG coming up. Maybe try to trigger myself, like not having enough sleep. Also, I'll be off my meds too. I don't suggest that because...
No. Wait. She has a point. Now, when you go for EEG, okay, maybe not the medication, but when you're going for the EEG...
She will be off her meds.
Okay. Talk to your doctor, but when Virginia was going for EEG, we were told for her to be deprived of her sleep. Okay? 2 reasons. One, that she's going to be sleeping during the EEG, and the second one, that she's going to be tired, so that causes more of seizures, obviously.
And also it'll help me to sleep.
About the medication, when they want to have at the EMU, okay, when they want to have readings, they do take people off of the medication, and sometimes gradually, sometimes just like cold turkey, but it all depends on the individual, and they're all very closely monitored. So if you're going to be doing that, make sure that you have someone with you, that you don't go by yourself, that you're not alone anywhere, because the moment you take off the medication, seizure will happen. So for sure.
Okay. She said. Okay. So Bethany says, do you mean what type of non-epileptic seizures do I have? And she says, they think I have either dissociative seizures or reflex anoxic seizures?
Yeah, she was talking about this one last time. Yeah. So, can you describe your seizures a little bit better? The first one and then the second one? Yeah. Can you describe them better, like what happens to you? Because that's when people start understanding better of what they have when they hear somebody else, either explain it or see it, and so they can understand what they're going through.
It's buffering.
Yeah, it's still playing though. Ours is buffering. What do you mean theirs is buffering?
How do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'll continue talking. That's a good idea. They never told me to make myself sleep deprived. Now my family takes me everywhere. I don't go anywhere on my own, so don't worry. As for the meds, my neurologist wants me off them.
Okay.
Because she was saying before in the last live stream that her neurologist wants her off the meds because they think that she's having the non-epileptic seizures, and that's why they want her off the meds.
Yeah, that's what they usually do when people have non-epileptic. They want people completely off the meds. And, you have to understand that if you are off the meds and you have lesser or the same amount of seizures, you are completely better off not to taking them. Okay?
Oh, and both. Bethany, both.
Both what?
She's asking which type of seizures do you want me to describe?
Oh, both, please. Yes. So the first one, the dissociative one, and then
And the reflex.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to communicate to people. Like that's, I'm glad that Bethany, that you have someone with you all the time, because sometimes people, you know, and Virginia was like that when she was younger. She would choose just to go off, and especially when she was on her Kepler age. Oh, she's having another seizure right now. I don't know if you can see that. So sometimes I'll try to touch her to see if she is in a tonic. Okay, if her body is hard, right now her body is rigid. Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay, so she's holding on to it. This is a tonic absence right now that she is in. Okay, if the body, you never try to move them very like too quick, but very softly. You can see, you know, if you can lift the hand or the finger and it's moving, then it's just an absence. Okay, if the body is rigid, it's a tonic absence, and then she's been in and out of that one. Hi, home. Welcome back, sweetie.
How long were you staring at me for?
I was just explaining about the difference between tonic absence and absence.
Yeah, my muscles.
Okay, so Bethany says, well, the dissociative seizures.
They feel similar to what I think epileptic ones are in some aspects, but the difference, emotions will set these ones off. So if I had an argument, if she's laughing, so basically emotions will trigger the seizures.
Okay, so that's why I'm suspecting that a lot of Virginia seizures
are emotionally triggered.
Well, we don't know because we don't have an EEG at home. Like I can't check her if she's having supposedly, you know.
And they haven't asked me to do an at-home EEG.
Excuse me, epileptic or non-epileptic. I really don't care. The seizure is a seizure, and you know the end product is the same. You have to just to make sure that you know she's healthy and she's well right after it, and she recuperates quickly. Yes, and yeah. So sometimes like Virginia's are triggered a lot of her seizures. I would say was it 90% by your emotions, by how you feel. Maybe not 90 because many
Maybe
times
like
she
75%.
forgets. Many times, okay, she'll forget her medication. She'll, even if she changes the dose, or if she forgets to take it, or she takes it 2 hours later, she'll have seizures as well. Yes, honey. What? 8 p.m. and?
Medication.
Oh, medication time. We missed the 7 o'clock. You already had 2 seizures. I was just talking about it.
That's why I went like this.
Ah, chatahaman.
Ow.
Okay.
I just felt something in my leg just shoot from my brain to my foot.
Okay, so can you read on read on that?
She already okay. If she's laughing, but they can look very much like tonic-clonic absence, complex partials. Difference though, when I have the convulsive ones, I'm partially conscious, sometimes fully awake, and my eyes are shut.
Okay. Right. So there are different ones, but everybody's different, and everyone has different types of seizures. Everyone's seizures manifest differently as well. I'm gonna go and grab Virginia's medication right now because she's 1 hour late, and that's why she had, for some reason, Her body knows it's supposed to have it at 7 o'clock. That's another seizure. Oh. Sometimes I make faces and she'll like come back. If I make a really funny face, there are times. What do I have a
No.
tail stuck in my
I
teeth?
came out of it as soon as you made the face. You were making the face.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, so I
You
was
just
saying,
started making the face.
yeah,
when
well,
came
I
out
was
of it.
telling them that sometimes I make the face because, like, there were times where Zena would come and lick you, or there was something funny, and you would actually. It seemed like you heard me, so I started making faces sometimes to
You know,
see
I have an idea.
if you're gonna come out of it. So, anyways, let me go get.
I have an idea. To make something funny, you take the mirror and show it to myself. And then I'll laugh.
So I have to.
I'll come out of the seizure.
Okay.
Okay. Now I am the center of attention.
Now she's the queen.
Wee! I'm the queen! I forgot where I put the bottle. Oh, and there where I put the bottle. I'll come back here. The seat is weirdly warm. I don't know why. I mean, she's been sitting on it, but my seat is not that warm. Okay, so Bethany says she gets a bit breathless but not confused about where she is or anything. Her hang on. Need my water.
Yeah, make sure to hydrate because I'm actually really thirsty too. It's really hot in
The
our apartment.
reflex seizures are set off by blood tests or needles, and it pass straight out with them. They're present, and she loses bladder control.
Oh, is it Bethany?
And apparently, I arch my back, and my eyes roll into my head. I'm pale and go blue. Sorry, I know that was long-winded. That's okay. Don't worry.
No, that's okay. That's why we're here. Okay, so, I'm just reading this over because like Virginia was talking, but I was just tuning it out. Excuse me.
Excuse me, young lady. Why are you chewing on my mail? You want to check my mail? Young lady? Give me a paw.
Yeah, so
Give me a paw.
that's what they say. The epileptic and non-epileptic ones. There's a difference because the convulsive ones in the epileptic ones, the person is loses the consciousness completely. Okay, and usually the non-epileptic ones, you're still conscious through the seizures, right? And then
I want to pet her.
I get a bit breathless, but confused about where I am
No, you love me.
of anything. Yes.
Love me. I want my baby. Come here. Good girl. Give me paw. Give me paw. Me paw. Give me paw. Let go of her paw. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, you such a good girl. Yes, you're my good girl.
Yeah. So
Okay, and she says.
So this is normal in a lot of seizures that the person loses the bladder control, and like I said, it's individual. To each person has different type of seizures. So each person is different. It manifests differently, and they'll have different. They have different symptoms. Okay, Zina, can you stop? This is so distracting. And apparently, I arch my back and my eyes. I know Virginia already read that, but I'm just rereading. I roll into the head and pale and go blue. Sorry, yeah, okay. So yeah, so go blue. Obviously, you're at that point. You're not getting oxygen. Oh, okay. You're not getting oxygen to your brain. Oh, Virginia's another seizure. Okay. I'm glad she hasn't had her tonic that I know of in those days, but she's been sleeping like a lot of hours and way more than 12 hours. So that's a good thing. Hi, honey. You're just okay. Have some extra water. Maybe you're a little bit dehydrated. Or are you hungry?
No, I just ate before the live stream.
Okay. So when I say socially, I don't mean I might get a slight buzz going. So what's the deal? And do I really have to not drink at all?
And no, I don't have a service dog, Amanda. Zena kind of acts as my service dog, which is not a registered service dog, but she does alert my mom when I'm having the seizures.
Oh, I completely
No,
missed.
she's kind of
I
crying.
completely missed the thing about the alcohol. So,
So Bethany says that she
You
hopes
wanna
I'm
know-
okay. Her mom says that her absences look like mine. But she has others that she thinks are the epilepsy ones. They happen more when she's tired or if she's had alcohol or if she's stressed. And Shelly said that she didn't know anything about the alcohol thing and she drinks socially. Well, yeah, alcohol can trigger seizures because, you know, alcohol, when you drink alcohol, it does affect the chemicals in your body.
Alcohol will, first of all the medications, the ones that are,
They're processed by your liver, and also the alcohol is processed by your liver. So alcohol can counteract the medication.
It will counteract the medication. It may enhance the effects of some of the medications. That's why if you're taking any kind of medication, you should not be drinking. Virginia stopped drinking a long time ago, and
I still drink water.
Yeah, she was. We had
I
like
stopped drinking alcohol.
we had like a tiny half a glass of wine.
It wasn't even a glass. It was like a little one of those.
One of those small sippy cups. Like 2-3 weeks ago, and that was for the New Year's. was that for the New Year's?
Oh yeah, that was like a late New Year celebration.
Yeah, but no, alcohol has affected Virginia in a bad way. We were actually at one point we were in a nightclub with a friend of mine and Virginia's, and Virginia sneaked in a vodka when I went to the washroom because I told Virginia I don't want her drinking vodka.
I didn't sneak it into the club. I drank
she
from the club.
She drank it in the club while I was in the washroom, making sure that she can drink it when I'm not watching because I wouldn't let her have a vodka. I told her if you really want to have something to drink, a beer is one of the lightest drinks. It's natural, it's hops, it's relaxing. So if you must have a drink, have a beer, okay? But no, she didn't listen. And she had actually a really bad seizure. They had to stop all the music. Everything had to stop. Okay.
And it was my fault because I didn't listen to my mommy. I had to listen to my mommy.
I told her not to have vodka. So I would recommend not having any. If it affects you, it will sooner or later, it affects everybody because alcohol affects. It alters your state of mind, alters your chemistry. So depends. Everybody is different again. So
Bethany says, but the ones that I think are epileptic, I can't breathe and go blue and flush and get so confused afterwards where I am, who I am, who people are around me, and sometimes can't speak. And then she asked if that was another absence that I had, that she's seen videos of her that she looks. Yeah,
so she already had a few absences because Yeah, she's been having a lot of them. She's on her
Time of the month.
time of the month, and luckily that I know of, you haven't had a tonic in this last week.
No.
Okay, but she had.
I mean, I would know. I typically bite my tongue after.
She usually bites her tongue. She usually bites her tongue.
Yeah, I bite my tongue. I
So,
bite so many.
yeah, but she had like she's been going in and out of abscess, and she had that. You know, if it's a short one, it's okay, but if it's a really long one, that's just as bad because that means that the brain is, affected for too long.
I'm just reading.
Oh, okay.
Shelly says, oh my god, that just pisses me off that no one even told me anything about the alcohol thing, and I just told my neurologist that I drink socially, and that was my first appointment only a couple weeks ago, and I have filled my Keppra prescription twice, and I don't think it was on there at all either. Thank goodness we have you. And Bethany says, if you can drink small amounts and be okay, then that's okay. Yeah, I mean, if you can drink like small amounts, like my mom said, beer is like the best.
Like that's
choice.
what I was telling Virginia. I said if you must drink because like people are young and sometimes they used to going out and drinking socially. Like Virginia stopped drinking. Like I would call it that she almost stopped drinking completely, and I'm very glad for that. And now that she will choose, I said, Virginia, as long as you don't pick up hard liquor, it's good.
Mm.
All right. Beer is made of hops. Okay, if you buy hops as a herb.
Oh, and don't
drink
drink alcohol with your medication.
Hops have a calming effect, so that's why people usually when they drink, they're like a little bit mellow, they relax, and so beer is the best choice of it all. And if you must, then just go. What was that? Was that a notification?
Yeah, that was because it was. You remember how YouTube changed the thing for the live chat? That is saying that some of the things are gonna be like held for review if they think it's spam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so was somebody sending a message?
Yeah, Bethany said that she bites her tongue too with her epileptic seizures.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's a given. Virginia almost in her pretty much.
Every tonic clonic seizure
Yeah.
I have, I pretty much bite my tongue.
Yeah, it's just a degree of how if it's bitten just a little bit, or if it's bitten a lot. Like in the past, she had one bite that was really bad, and that lasted.
Yeah, there was.
It took a month for you to recuperate from that one. I remember it was really bad.
There was one time in high school. I actually bit off a chunk of my tongue. In the school cafeteria, and apparently my friend who works there now as a security guard says there's still a stain on the floor.
Who?
Somebody.
Okay. No, but yeah, no. The reason why I ask is because I think it was Bethany was telling about her friend.
No, it was Amanda.
That her friend was scared watching her having seizures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So so Virginia had a friend like that too, who was her very good friend, but she would just freak out every time when she was not unable to take care of
Yeah,
him.
when she would have a panic attack.
Yeah, she would like freak out. No, I'm not talking about the one that was coming to the house. I was talking about your friend from high school. What's her name? The one with the eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I don't want to say her name because then I don't want YouTube to flag it as inappropriate language. Because.
Oh, no, because, she's.
Because YouTube is a little too crazy.
What's this Bucks Fizz? Christmas. What's Bucks Fizz? Is that a drink?
She prefers beer if she wants to drink now. When she first started drinking, she used to like Malibu. But I won't touch it now, but it seems stronger than it used to be now. Bucks Fizz was bad enough at Christmas. I think
That's yeah. Well, we don't
I don't
have. Yeah, I don't know that drink. So.
Or maybe we do have it. We just
we
don't drink
we don't
enough
drink
to know what
anymore.
it
Like
is.
even I have stopped drinking years ago because taking care of Virginia, I want to make sure that I am not hazy, that I know what to do, and if I have to, if she, if she has a bad enough seizure and she goes to the hospital, I want to be able to drive there and be there for you. So, the moment I would be drinking, I know I wouldn't be able to drive. So I kind of completely stopped drinking for that reason, and just to make sure that, that I'm completely aware and being able to take care of her.
So she's on the same level as me now. Like I pretty much only drink around her, and that's essentially, I think within the last year, I think I drank alcohol maybe 2 times. And that was that little sippy of wine a couple weeks ago for our New Year's celebration.
Okay, so Shelly says no beton yet, but now I'm feeling like that's definitely going to be in my future.
Maybe not. Maybe you'll be lucky.
Yeah,
because I have actually a
doesn't
wide
happen.
tongue.
It doesn't happen to everybody. Okay, so beton tongue, if it happens, make sure you train everybody not to stick anything in your mouth, because that's a no.
It was only okay. So Shelly, she's asking if my tongue grows back. It heals. I can't tell if it grows back. I mean, I don't know. But that was only that one time that I bit off. It was a little chunk of my tongue. It wasn't like a huge chunk. But that was because it was a very violent seizure, and I had bitten down really hard. Typically, I don't really bite my tongue that hard, to the point where it would bite off a chunk of my tongue. But I guess at that point, my tongue was really wide at that point, so I guess that's why the little chunk came off. My tongue is still pretty wide. I guess that's why I bite my tongue. And it's always the right side. It's always the right side.
So, so Bethany was saying that Bucks Fizz is, it's like white coconut rum. Coconut, nice. Okay. Maybe it's more popular in England. But we have coconut rum here.
What is that thing called? I think it starts with a B. No, it's not Bailey's.
Anyways,
that's something else.
Okay, same with my mom and dad. They want to be completely aware to look after me. Alcohol-free beer or pretty nice. I've tried a couple.
Tried a couple of times. No, it's not. Mama, if the thing is not showing, it's not there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like I sometimes I think, I would have. I can't believe these people call me.
These scammers.
So
Nigerian princess.
I completely lost my thought.
You were talking about the alcohol-free beer.
No.
Well, you were reading.
I lost my thought. Okay, no, that's okay. Alright, so
Shelly says my first 2 tonic-clonic happened early in the morning, maybe even when I was first waking up or in my sleep. And then upon arriving at the hospital, the ambulance, the medical staff observed the third one.
Okay. So yes, that can happen when one seizure after another, especially if they're tonic-clonic, because they take a lot out of the person. They are it's a very severe, very hard, big shock to the system. Okay. If they're one after another, you have to call ambulance. So if somebody's having one and then they come out and they start having another, you don't wait. You call an ambulance and tell them to come. And tell them that they're seizing, they're having another seizure, and they have to come.
Excuse me, I caught you.
They have to come and you have to go to the hospital and get checked. Mm, yeah. And so, yeah, you have to be careful. Make sure that your family times you, that, your seizures are not over 5 minutes. And Virginia we had a really bad experience. Well, Virginia was out. She was having a tonic-clonic, and it was a very severe one. She was going blue. So I called the ambulance. And the ambulance that showed up, which we lived in a house, in an apartment, like where the door is right, like these guys were like right at the door. They walked in without the equipment. First of all, they were complaining about no lights in the apartment, like in the room where we were in. I said, we don't have lights here. I can't, I can't. So I found a flashlight and whatnot. But they came completely unprepared. They came late, and while I was on the phone with them, Virginia came out of one seizure and started having another one. And these guys took their time. I think it took them like over half an hour to get there. So, don't always trust the medical care. Don't always trust
Don't
the
always
ambulance.
trust that they'll be there.
Don't trust that these people will,
time.
will be there in time or they will save you. You have to have your family members should go through training, through the first aid. They should have, there's a few levels of first aid, but learn how to recognize, at which point you have to do certain things, and if it is necessary, sometimes you can save the person's life. And I've taken only course number one. I want to go for a refreshment course, and I really want to take this to the next level where I'll be able to do it, without being, without hesitating, knowing, this is the right thing to do at the right moment. And that's what you should know. As a parent, as a family member, even as a friend, you can sometimes save somebody's life. Another episode was that we were with Virginia and we were actually visiting her father in his
in
his town, and we were in a parking lot of a shopping food shopping of a supermarket, and Virginia was eating, and she started having a seizure while she was in
the car.
She was in the back seat of the car. She was eating the food.
No, I was in the front seat.
No, you were in the back seat. Oh. And you were eating, and she was eating the food, and she started having the seizure. And I know I've seen it on the movies and stuff, the Heimlich maneuver, but I didn't.
It could be called Heimlich maneuver.
Okay, so at that point, there was a person who showed up. I call this person, like an angel who showed up. He grabbed Virginia, picked her out of the car, because I was unable to do that. Like, I was still going sometimes to the gym, not all the time, but I would have not been able to pick you up like that. I was unable to do that. I mean, he just grabbed her, and he lifted her up, and he did the Heimlich. She got rid of the food because her food was stuck in her mouth. And
in my throat.
It was a horrifying experience for me. Like, it was so scary, because I felt, I felt, unable to help her, and I don't wanna
Don't
feel like that.
Don't cry. Don't cry. I know you want to.
Shh, I'm not.
No. No, no.
And I don't want to feel like that. I want to feel like I'll be able to help her every moment.
So you have to
Okay,
live forever.
so Bethany,
No, you already said that.
okay, so my first time.
Shelly said the first time, the first seizure that she had that day, no one really knew what happened because she didn't remember anything, and she fell into the wall and had a pretty bad black and blue eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happens, like the fall.
I looked like an alien at one point when I smashed my head.
Yeah, we still have one of the seizures where Virginia looks like an alien with both of her eyes like really big black, and she had a big, huge
bulge
on her forehead, and then when that went
Stayed
down,
for a while.
when that went down, then she had black eyes, and that was
And my eyes
November,
were-
and then my second one
Didn't happen until January.
So like that's a big space, like in between the two. So that's a good thing. I mean, if you don't get them that frequently and you don't really need medication, you're better off without the medication. And especially Keppra. Keppra is a nasty drug. I mean, it makes people really angry. I don't know if you feel or how it alters your mood, but like Virginia
She
sometimes,
just started.
even though
She just had.
Oh, you just had 2 refills. I just remembered now that she said that. Yeah, two medications. But yeah, I mean, even with the supplement right now that Virginia takes for Keppra, so she could deal with her rage. Sometimes she is very difficult.
I hope I'm not having seizures when I'm going through menopause, because if I'm still on Keppra when I'm going through menopause, I am going to be like the devil to everybody.
On the way to the hospital, okay, this is Shelly. On the way to the hospital, the second time.
The second seizure that she had, when she got there, staff saw her third seizure, and that's how she got diagnosed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because usually it takes for them either to see the seizure and or through EEG. So yeah, that's how it's.
They upped your Celexa and your antidepressant. Oh, your antidepressant, because I felt like I wanted to kill people. I feel like that all the time. This information is just out of control. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Virginia's medication. I mean,
I feel like I want to kill people, but I don't actually want to kill people.
Okay, don't use that word. They're gonna flag.
It's a live stream.
Yeah. It's okay. Anyway, so yeah, we had to up her calming down medication as well.
Yeah, my antidepressants.
To get her, like, after a while it started like just wearing out, and she started having these episodes. So Bethany, I better get going. Yeah, Bethany, we understand.
Get to some sort of stuff out. She's got to sort some stuff out for tomorrow. She'll be back in a bit and see if my guys if we are still here. If not, she'll talk to us again soon. Hello,
okay, Bethany. Okay, Bethany, have a good night. It was really nice seeing you, and we love ya. Okay?
And hello, M4G ex-Marine. Marines. Zina, shh, it's okay.
This is Mugs Marine.
That's a 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a Mag ex-Marine.
Okay, Bethany, thank you. Thanks, guys. And happy Valentines to you too, okay? You take it easy and do the best you can. All right? Have a good night. Okay, and for Mugs. And for Mugs?
I'm for ex-Marine.
How,
And
how about
Jeez.
just ex-Marine?
Marine. It's your gaming name. Oh, they have a... Yes! For sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
We don't
I'm
mind.
ready.
Nana, why you whining? Okay, lay down. Lay down,
Shoot.
Nana.
Do you
Lie
like
down.
first-person shooter or a regular? I like.
Okay, stop whining.
Nah, you know people are watching.
Quiet, okay?
Okay, so this person says my wife started having tonic-clonic seizures, and I'm just looking for advice.
Are
Okay.
you worried about mommy?
Shoot.
Are you worried about mommy?
Yes, I'm worried.
Yeah, she's worried.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, sometimes our dog acts out when she knows Virginia.
How can I type in chat on here without you guys going to pause? We're not pausing. Can you tell I'm technically challenged?
No, don't worry
Don't worry,
about it.
she's
Just
technically challenged too.
just go ahead and type your question. Okay, Nana, quiet.
Technologically challenged. Zina,
Are you worried about mommy?
She wants a hug. You want a hug, don't you? Yeah, you want a hug.
Okay.
She wants a hug.
Come here.
No, my hug.
Okay, give her a
I
hug.
have to take this off so
You
that I
give her a
can
hug.
hold her. Come here. Come. Don't
Well,
you?
now she's busy.
Yeah. Don't worry, she'll come back soon.
Okay, honey. Just relax.
Okay, come. Come.
Wait, not on top of the laptop though.
You have to give me a hug. Okay.
Really? Virginia, she's ruining my clothes.
Your clothes are fine.
Okay. So now, stop!
Zina, sit.
Don't do that. Don't. Okay, so
This big baby. Okay. So this person says they get scared because when it starts she screams and I think she's feeling pain. Yeah, typically.
yes.
Okay, you're going down here because
Oh yeah, Shelly, I put the slow mode on because I'm slow in reading this, okay? And like I kind of wanted to make sure that I'll be able to read it all and answer all of your questions. So next time, as we get a little bit better and quicker at this, I will change the slow mode maybe later on to a little bit faster mode. So it practically gives you 30 seconds between each text that you send.
no, she says slow mode is on. I think that's for the screen. I don't think that matters. I don't think it changes this. I don't think it changes.
The screen is still live.
Listen. She says she has no idea, but when I'm typing, the screen is no longer live, and I miss the conversation. It's driving me nuts. But I'm going to shut up and let this new person chat.
Okay, so X-Marine says, so screaming is common thing. I mean, does it happen to you as well?
Yes. When I'm having tonic-clonic seizures.
No, each person is different, okay? Virginia depends on what kind of screaming you're talking about. When the clonic seizure starts, there is the moment when the tonic sets in. That's when the person usually will gasp for air and they will make a very loud noise. Sometimes the noise is not that loud.
Yeah.
But screaming, yes, it happens in some of the seizures. Okay, and it depends. Each person is different, so each person's seizure is different. the manifestation of the seizures are different in each person because everyone is an individual and everybody's physiology and chemistry is different. So they will have different manifestations of their seizures. Therefore, a lot of people do scream. Okay, and yes, it's normal when you scream.
Can I say something? Okay. So I think that one of the reasons that that we scream during seizures is when it's like a tonic seizure or tonic clonic, the muscles are like pushing on the vocal cords, and that's why we scream, because
No,
it's like pushing.
no, you're still talking about the tonic clonic.
I'm talking about the screaming. That I'm thinking that's why the scream comes out. That's why the sound comes out.
That's not the scream. There's a difference between scream and sound. The scream is when a person screams because they're scared or because they're in pain. And I've watched a lot of seizures.
Okay, but can I say something? What I mean is that because the muscles are so tense, it's pushing hard on the vocal cords, and that's why it sounds like a scream.
Yes, so that's
That's what I'm saying. That's a possibility.
It sounds like a gust for air. But yes, some people scream. It actually, if it sounds like a scream, and they could be scared, they could be in pain, they could be unaware that they're doing it. Okay, so again, there are different types of seizures and different manifestations. So you have to know what your wife's seizures, what kind of seizures she has. Do you know what kind of seizures she has? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I can change that slow mode. Hold on. Let me see if I can change that here.
I think the slow mode just means it's delayed. Yes, the doctor said she's having tonic clonic.
Okay, yeah. So that scream, is that something that is like a loud sound that comes at the beginning, or is it all throughout her seizure? Because usually in a tonic clonic, if it's an epileptic one, usually, there are always exceptions. People are at that point they are not conscious. Okay, so where is the mode?
I think
here?
you can only change
the mode.
stream options here.
Yeah, so I had to put make active. Best for near real-time reaction with minimal playback buffering.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, so I didn't add delay. Okay, let's say best for near real time, best for real time interaction. So we are for best closed captions.
Best for real time interaction.
Yeah, Michelle, you could check if your streaming is set to like a high resolution, because ours isn't at high resolution. That could be slowing your computer down. Okay, so wow, that's amazing how educated you about your subject. Your daughter should be very proud of you.
I am very proud of her. And also she has had about a decade of learning.
Yeah, well, it's been quite a while. So I mean, if you educate yourself, and you practically learn as you go. You learn from experience, and you learn as you go, because
I suggest doing your own research,
you
because
do
the
your own
doctor doesn't always
research,
tell you.
and you apply what you learn, and then you learn some new things. Okay, you learn from people, you learn from interacting with other people as well.
Always ask questions of the doctor if you're curious about something.
Very good. Ask questions to doctors. Ask questions to people who know about seizures, especially about the types that you have. Any concerns that you have.
The wife has the seizures.
Yes. So, or your family member in this case. And yeah. So how often does she have those seizures? So we could do low latency.
Yeah,
try that.
So. Yeah. Does it let you do it while you're still streaming? I don't think it lets you.
Oh, it doesn't let us change it.
Yeah, it doesn't let you change it.
So that's okay. Well, we'll make it different next time because this is something that we just started recently.
She's been having about 2 per month. The doctor has been telling me to get one on video, but it's very hard.
Yes, no, I understand your point completely because unless you have the camera set on, I mean, maybe within the time.
Unless you have security cameras.
I don't know how what your ages are, but if she has cycles, usually a lot of women will have seizures in her cycle time. So the tonic-clonic ones and the other ones also more often and more severe. So if you can set the camera, to go off like on command or something like that and have it ready. Because like when I have to attend my daughter when she starts having a tonic-clonic, I can't be filming the beginning of it. Because at the beginning, if she
that's the most important time,
and that's the most important time because this is
because you have to make sure that they're in the proper position, that they're able to breathe, and nothing is in the mouth. And
yeah, so that's one thing you can do is to see if you can set the camera, or you can set the camera in a room. Okay, and there are ways of doing that. Even if it's not like really, really high quality, just have something so you could show your doctor. There's also another way. I don't know where you are, like where you live, but there's something called EMU.
An epilepsy monitoring unit.
It's an epilepsy monitoring unit where your wife could go and
but the doctor usually
and
suggest it.
Yeah, the doctor has to send you there, and also usually they
have to refer you to the monitoring.
Yes, they will video. They will video
the seizures.
The seizures, like the videotape is playing all the time, so
it's recording all the time.
So Virginia was unfortunate not to be able to get her, even though I've been asking so many times. But if you talk to them, you might be able to get the footage. And that's a lot of people. That's what they do. They have the footage like that, and that would give you the beginning of the seizure as well. Mind you, when people go for that, they're taken off of their medications to be tested for their brain waves to be tested, and yeah, so they have to go through a lot of hard times, a lot harder than normal. Yeah, you can ask about the EMU, which is Epilepsy Monitoring Unit, and you should have that because they have them in Europe as well. And I don't know
I know they have it in UK. For sure, they have one in England, at least one.
Oh, Virginia, you were out again? I didn't see you. I didn't notice.
I didn't even notice. Jeez.
Oh, Virginia's tonic-clonic are random.
They vary.
They're random. They
mostly happen around like
She'll have
my
most of
time of
them
the month
around, yeah, the time of the month. And
because of hormones and everything.
you know, there are times where she have them a few a week, and there are times where she'll have none in the week. Like this week that I know of, so far she hasn't had one. So
Luckily.
yeah, so she had tons of absent seizures. So it was packed with, you know, going in and out of absent seizure all day. So yeah, that's not very good either. But she has, yeah, more than one type. She has pretty much all of them
Zena, stop shaking the
that I know of so far.
She wants to go on the bed.
Okay,
Let her
go on the bed. Go on the bed. Come on. Just don't break the camera. Actually.
I think she knocked over a bunch of my stuff.
Okay, that's alright. Okay, so how come I'm not seeing anything here?
Because you have to wait. Because it takes time for people to type.
Okay.
Who is here? Is that Debbie? Oh, no,
Okay. So Shelly says,
Debbie?
when you say it's best to try and go without medicine if you are not having frequent seizures, I guess I always fear about
Losing your license again. At least that's how it is in the United States. Oh yeah, because if you're on medication in the States, you can drive.
What?
Yeah. Over here, if you have seizures, they don't let you drive.
In Canada, if you have seizures, you cannot drive at all.
Even if you're on medication.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you.
At least that's how it is here in Ontario. I don't know other provinces.
Oh, thank you, ex-Marine. I hope that it answered some of your questions. If you have any more, don't hesitate to always ask us. You can type your questions below the videos, and you know, we'll always answer.
Once you're seizure free for 6 months, and you can get your legs. Yes. Yes.
No.
They do that
2
here.
years. 2 years.
Oh yeah, it's 2 years.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 years.
You have to be 2 years before the doctor over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be 2 years seizure free for them. It's 2. Seizure free for them to take you off the medication, and then if you're still seizure free, then you. Oh no, it's a year off of medication that you have to be seizure free for you to start applying.
Yeah, here the law is more strict, but you know, it's something. Yes, I understand that you want to be able, you know, you don't want that freedom of being able to drive taken away from you, because I don't know what I would do if I couldn't drive. Like, I love driving, and I love my, you know, freedom going and sitting in the car.
I love people driving me, so I'm not I'm not worried.
And then, you know, just going in the car and going to where I want to go. But you have to understand, yesterday I was watching a seizure where a dad had 2 small children. I don't know if it was 2 small children. One of the children was crying really severely. He had a seizure while he was driving. Actually, he was stopped at the light, and his seizure started.
He had a dash cam recording.
He has a dash cam recording, so
you could hear the seizure happening.
Yeah, we could hear the seizure. It was a tonic-clonic, and I knew how it sounds. So and then the boy in the background was like really scared, and he didn't know what was happening. Because people don't know, you know, what was happening. Like, you know, what that was happening, really scared. It was so emotional and it was so scary. But, you know, luckily he was stopped at the light, and the car wasn't moving afterwards too much. It was just moving like very, very slowly until, you know, people showed up to help him. And they made it out all right. But if you guys,
not everybody's that lucky.
If you have tonic-clonic seizure, I would suggest not to drive. Have somebody drive you. You know, have somebody drive you around. Maybe, you know, your husband, your friend. If you don't have any good friends, make some new ones.
Yeah.
who can drive you around. You know, like you can always make new friends.
That's why I have money.
Yeah. She has me for now. So I'm a friend and I'm a mom.
Yeah. And the chauffeur. And I'm gonna work on making more money. So if you don't live forever, which you better live forever, then I get Uber or Lyft. I think I will get Lyft.
I watched your last video about you having a grandma awake. I can't imagine how that must have
Feel.
feel. I am sorry you have to go through this, but I will pray for you to get better. Thank you.
And they watched the video of that. So.
Yeah. Oh, did you? Okay. All right. Okay. That's probably I don't
haven't
know. You
seen
probably
it.
saw that because maybe it's going viral. Because I mean, I saw that video coming out and I said I really must see this because I always, I always tell people, it's play it safe. If you want to do something, if you don't choose to go in sub-zero by yourself. All right. You want to value your health and your life, and you do things that are good for you. You can choose to go and do something another day with somebody who's gonna be with you. Oh, your friend on Facebook. Yeah, I posted that one on Facebook as well because
Maybe you guys are friends.
no, I don't think so.
How do you know? This is the gamer tag for their channel. So maybe you don't know. Maybe you're friends.
Oh, okay.
That's my world. You never know.
Yeah.
It's my world.
Yeah, so I posted it to Facebook, I posted it to Twitter because I want people to know, that's no, don't drive if you're having tonic.
Yeah, just or maybe it was the first time that this guy had a seizure. You never
that
know.
one was the first time, and he never had epilepsy. He doesn't have epilepsy. His seizure happened because he was dehydrated.
Oh yeah, because he was fasting.
And he was fasting, so he hasn't been eating and he hasn't been drinking, and he had a tonic-clonic seizure. So it can happen to anyone, and they were just lucky. I mean, the whole family and everyone else who was in their path. You have to think not just about yourself. You have to think about everybody else who's on that highway, trusting that everybody else who's driving that they're okay to drive. Because that's what we do, when we drive, we trust everybody else. That they know what they're doing, and that they're okay, that they're healthy enough, that they're not under heavy alcohol and whatnot. And that's the thing.
I mean, here you're not allowed to even have like a little.
No, I don't know what the law is. I don't care because I never drink and drive, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So Shelly, you're making me feel a little guilty. I'm,
But I will
Shelly,
never go off of this camera.
It's not my purpose, Shelly. The purpose is that I want you to understand the impact that if something happened, that a person who's driving a car and they can have a tonic-clonic seizure, they can kill a whole bunch of people. Not just one person. They can kill
because
a
it
lot
could
of
start
people.
a pileup.
It could start a pileup. This is not something that people should take lightly. I mean, we have a stricter law, but it's there for a reason, and it's for a very good reason. And yes, at the same time, I understand that you want your independence. And when people start having seizures, unfortunately, you have to start making changes in your life. You have to start making some changes. Even if your seizures are not as often, start making changes and start preparing yourself.
That's why one of the changes
to apply those changes,
That's why one of the changes I'm gonna make is that I'm gonna make lots of money so I can have people drive me around.
Okay.
I can buy my own. Well, not buy. I can get my own driver. I have a special driver to drive me around. So then I won't have to worry about creepy Uber drivers or anything
That's
like that.
that's what I'm taking. That's what I'm telling Virginia. Virginia, make sure that you make lots of money, so you have a driver, you have
So I
somebody
can
who's gonna
hire a
be.
driver for
So
myself.
once I'm not around, somebody's gonna look after you.
Not
That
somebody
you make enough, to pay somebody to, drive you around and to watch over you, to help you with groceries and do all things like that. Okay, so making changes. You have to prepare yourself, and just be witty about it. That's what life.
be mindful, mama. Be mindful about it, not witty. Witty is when you're using your wit to comment.
No, witty is smart about it. Witty is smart. Okay. Okay. Mindful. You can apply your mindfulness. Yes, all of it. Okay. And making changes. It's. I had to make changes and adjustments in my life. Because I live with pain and fibromyalgia, so the doctor said it's supposed to be the name for the same as for colic and whatnot for children. But anyway, so I have to live with pain. I have to make adjustments. I cannot do a lot of things throughout the day. Okay. Just checking if she is with. Just checking if she is with
How
us.
long were you staring at me?
Oh, you were out for a bit? Okay. I was just making sure that you're okay. All right. So, yeah.
I think it's time for bed.
Yes. So, but I will never go off this Capra or whenever it takes, whatever it takes to keep me secure,
Seizure free for 6 months.
For 6
Because
months,
she's
because
going
I
nuts
am
without that
going
freedom.
nuts without that freedom.
So just ask somebody to drive you.
Okay.
Uber this Lyft.
There are also other options which I don't, I don't really tell people to do it because we haven't tried it yet, and that's something I want to try with Virginia. There are other options, other than medication, and so we want to try this with Virginia to see
I think it's
if we
easier
can.
to get the card in the States.
Oh, in the States, when we were in California, you could walk in and walk out with a card. Okay. Like literally like 5 minutes. You walk in, you pay, you get the card.
You saw that on the show.
No, we were there in California.
I don't know. My brain
Okay,
hurts.
so Virginia is really tired, guys. We're gonna finish up, and we love you a lot, and we love you so much. And what I want to say is, especially because it's Valentine's Day, more than anything, always practice and give a lot of love to the person that you're with, because they need you, they need that compassion, they need that understanding, and uh, and that's the best practice. Okay, and then you guys can get through anything together. All right. So Shelly, you keep on fighting. You do, what feels best for you. You always, be in control in what you do, and know what you're doing, and do the best you can. Right? That's life. Okay, so Shelly, lots of love to you. I think ex-marine has left because there's only two people watching. So bye, ex-marine, since we didn't get to say bye. We want to say that we love ya, all of ya. Okay? It was so funny because it's
Yeah, I had it like that because I wanted to cover the eyes.
I love you. Feel it from the bottom of my heart.
It's mean it.
I said mean it.
No, you said feel it.
Wing wing, I love you.
They say ring ring, not wing wing.
It sounds like wing wing, wing wing.
Wing wing,
It says ring ring, ring ring.
I love you. It's from the bottom.
This is the top. This is the bottom.
Of my heart.
Okay, lots of love to you guys. Virginia's been seizing a lot. She needs her rest.
And
So
I need a 12-hour nap.
she needs another 12-hour
Nap.
recharge. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Mwah.
Love you.
Bye. And then we'll have to.
You
leave
said that
this.
already.
I know, but no, I'm leaving this for a little bit. So, you know, when the end screen, it's like 20 seconds. Are you still
You
there?
can just take a picture of it
No,
and use it as
this
a...
is easier. Because I love you. We just called.
Good night, Amanda.
Bye, Amanda. Good night. Bye, Shelly. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Valentine's. Lots of love. Oh, even our doggy is singing. Mwah. Okay, mommy. Come. I'm going to turn it off. Yeah, she needs rest.
You need to press the thing.
This one? This one?
Stop streaming. There you go.